Hello and welcome to the Accountant's Recipe. In today's video we will be discussing the difference between fixed costs and variable costs. Stay tuned to find out why it's so important for you to understand your cost structure and how this can benefit your restaurant. Before we move on, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel along with the bell to notify you every time I upload a video, and also do please hit the like button so YouTube's algorithm can get to work and more people in the restaurant community can benefit from watching this video. Running a restaurant is not cheap. Not only do you have to consider your capital budget, but you also have to consider your operating costs. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, because I will be uploading a video over the coming weeks about what a capital budget is and what you need to look out for when preparing a capital budget. Operating costs are those costs you incur in order to keep the business running, and really we can split the operating costs into three categories, which is your fixed cost, your variable cost, and semi-variable costs. Stay tuned to the video because I am going to explain these three categories in more detail. So, fixed costs are those costs which generally tend to stay the same month after month in your restaurant. Okay, for example, rent, business rates, and of course there are other fixed costs involved in your restaurant. Once you have understood what your fixed costs are, it should be quite straightforward to budget for these, because these are the same costs you expect to pay every month, and the only time you would really expect your fixed costs to change is if one of them fixed costs were up for renewal, such as your rent. So my question right now to you would be do you know what your fixed costs are? And if not, it's okay, pause this video and it would be a good idea to list down what your fixed costs are. So the second category is variable costs. Variable costs are less predictable because they are generally correlated in line with the output of your restaurant. So what does that mean? Let's take an example. Food is a variable cost. The higher the sales your restaurant has, the higher your food cost will be. Low restaurant sales, low food cost. High sales, high food cost. And that's why food is a variable cost, because it's generally correlated with the output of your restaurant. Just to note, by the way, it is very important that you understand what your food cost percentage is, okay? And if you don't know how to work that out, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, because over the coming weeks I am going to upload a video explaining how to work out your food cost percentage, and also why it's so important for you to understand this if you are going to make your restaurant profitable. Okay, and the final third category would be your semi-variable costs, which is a mix of your fixed costs and your variable costs. An example of this would be your staff costs. Your staff costs will include a fixed cost for the manager's salary, but may also include a cost for hourly pay for some other staff. And it's this variable element of your staff costs which will fluctuate depending really on the demand for your restaurant. Okay, so here are some important points about why it's so important for you to understand your cost structure. Okay, so the first point is, by understanding your fixed costs and your variable costs, you will be able to identify patterns which will help you better understand the profitability of your restaurant. Point 2. Understanding your cost structure allows you to work out your break-even point. Your break-even point is basically the sales your restaurant needs to generate in order to break even. Such an important figure, right? Do you know your break-even number? If not to worry. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will be uploading a video on how to calculate your break-even figure. point 3 is that understanding your cost structure will build you a strong framework in helping you then to understand your cash flow. And as restaurant owners, you will know how important cash is in your business, in your trade, and so very important to first identify what exactly the costs are involved in your business. Okay, and the final point is that by understanding your cost structure, you are then able to understand which costs are controllable and uncontrollable. So for example, you might have fixed costs in advertising and rent, okay? While advertising might be a controllable cost, meaning that you could get rid of it if you needed tomorrow. Rent, because you may be stuck in a lease, is uncontrollable and therefore you cannot get out as quickly. And it's very important for you to understand what is controllable and uncontrollable in times when you need to pivot the business. So that's the end of my cost structure video. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Has identifying your costs in this way helped your restaurant? Please let me know. Feel free to get in touch. Until next time, thank you. Bye bye.